I don't know why I started this before I finished my mouthful. I have made it to 34 weeks, and that is very, very exciting for me because it means that I only have basically, well, now it's just less than 3 weeks until we are hopefully going to start doing stretch and sweeps, or membrane sweeps, or stripping the membranes, or whatever you refer to it as. I am very excited. I am getting very much over it. But I have been trying to keep myself busy by doing things that need to be done around the house, getting last minute things. I have washed all of the baby's newborn clothes and 0 to 3 month clothes, and I have washed some of baby's bedding. I still have to do a few things, blankets and stuff like that, but I've washed like the Moses basket sheets. I haven't washed any of the cot stuff yet, but I will get onto that as well. But it is currently not the greatest weather. This past, I'm gonna say 2 weeks, the wind has been insane, and we live quite high up. We have beautiful views of the lake, but because of that, we are pretty much, we get hit with all the weather. Like if it's windy, if the winds are coming directly off the mountains and across the lake, we basically get hit with really bad winds. So it's hard trying to do washing, and especially because it's spring, so basically it's sunny 1 minute and then it's absolutely pouring down the next minute, and it's windy, and then it's still, and it's just the typical spring weather. It's just completely all over the place. And because I'm upstairs, I can go downstairs to hang my washing out on under our balcony. We have clothes wire, which is where I'd hang the bedding and stuff like that, but I don't want to have to go up and down the stairs all the time for unnecessary reasons. So we just have clothes horses all out on the upstairs deck or the balcony. But I have to constantly keep an eye on the weather to make sure it's not raining. I don't know if this lighting is the best, but it's kind of grey outside. It's very grey that way, and it's sort of got some blue sky that way, so I'm not too sure what the weather is supposed to be doing. But I'm trying to get my clothes dry and wash all this baby stuff, and I already have to do a load of washing every single day as it is anyway, because there's 4 of us and the kids go to kindy and they get filthy, and Michael works with dirt and grass, so every day he comes home and I have to wash all of his clothes. And then I'm just pregnant, and luckily I'm not leaking on my clothes or anything like that, but I constantly drop food, and it always lands on my belly or it goes right down my top there. So that's fun. Anyway, it's Friday today. I was 34 weeks yesterday, and kids are at kindy today. My father-in-law is home today because he worked some extra hours over the holidays, and it is a long weekend this weekend. It's Labor Day on Monday, so we have Labor weekend this weekend, so Monday is a public holiday. So he's lucky. He's just got a 4-day weekend. But I thought I'd just go over my last appointment. I might have to stop this soon because he's coming back up with the vacuum in a minute. My last appointment was last week. I was just shy of 33 weeks, I think it was last Wednesday. And I had to see a different midwife because my midwife has gone away for 2 weeks to Thailand for her birthday. So I saw a different lady who is actually a midwife and a lactation consultant here. And I actually saw her when I had Ava. She came and basically referred us to a place in a bigger city a couple of hours away to get her tongue tie and her lip tie laser corrected. So I did already know her, and so that was quite cool catching up with her again. Because she's a lactation consultant, I was able to talk to her. Hang on. Sorry, it just started raining, so I just had to bring in my clothes for this. Saying, yeah, good thing she is a lactation consultant because I was able to talk to her more about breastfeeding. I don't know if I have kind of covered breastfeeding in previous vlogs, but with my first, I could not breastfeed. My milk never came in. I tried really hard, but my milk just didn't come in at all. With my second, I took medication to help bring my milk in, and I was able to breastfeed her until I think she was about 2 months old. And then then I had a bit of an accident at the gym, and I had to go on muscle relaxants, which means that I had to stop breastfeeding because apparently you can't breastfeed when you're on muscle relaxants. So, which, you know, obviously understandable. So I was talking to her about that, about what I should do. Obviously, you know, in recent times, it wasn't so much a big thing. Even back when I had Ava, she's almost 3. But like all the lactation cookies and stuff like that you can, you know, buy now, or that, you know, there's ingredient lists and everything for and whatnot. I had never really heard of that when I had Ava. So I talked to her about that, about whether, you know, that is purely just to boost your supply or whether that can actually help bring in your supply or what. But she said that it definitely helps boost your supply, but it doesn't help bring it in, which, you know, everything says it's to boost your supply, not to bring in your supply. So I kind of knew that, but I wanted to just confirm with her because if I can, I would like to avoid taking medication again, you know, purely because it's just unnecessary medication. If there is another way to do it, if there is no other way to bring my milk in, then it is a necessary medication that I will 100% be all for. I'm not against medication whatsoever. Totally all for it. I take medication now, and, you know, for me, if anything, it's more of like, it's just another medication that I have to take, that if I cannot take it, I would rather not take it. But she seems to think that the medication might have helped last time, but also the fact that my body had previously, you know, tried to do it before, and now, you know, like with Max, it had tried, but it didn't work. So then I had Ava, and my body was like, oh, hang on, yeah, I kind of remember this, and that was kind of happening, and then it, you know, it all came on. And she seems to think that I should be able to successfully breastfeed without taking medication, purely based on the fact that this is the 3rd time my body has done this. And she said what we'll do is when you're up at maternity after you've had the baby, she said, text me once you've had the baby and I will come up and see you, which is really nice because like I said, she's not actually my midwife. So she said to text her after I've had the baby, and then she will come up and see me, and she can, you know, set me up on the pumps that they have up there, and we can, you know, sort out a schedule for while I'm at hospital to help try and bring my milk in initially. And then she said then afterwards, obviously go for the lactation cookies, eat lots of oats and, you know, all the kind of food that they say is good for breastfeeding. I also told her that when I do shower, I'm not like leaking, full on leaking, but I have noticed that when I shower, I am getting a little bit of colostrum, and she said that is obviously a really good sign as well. And I never had that with either Max or Ava. I did have it with Ava after I gave birth to her because I was breastfeeding, but I had never had it during pregnancy. So she said that as of next week, I can start hand expressing, and I have to go and see her on Tuesday, and she is going to give me a bunch of just the 1 ml syringes so that I can hand express as much colostrum as I can and chuck it in the freezer. And she said it'll be a good idea to bring that to maternity with you when you go into labour, for the reason being that we already know that I have big babies, and even though I don't have gestational diabetes, the bigger your baby is, the more she was saying something about their blood sugar levels might have absolutely nothing to do with diabetes or whatsoever, but it is more common for bigger babies or for very small babies to have some issues with regulating their blood sugar levels on their own. And she said that having more colostrum on hand will be very beneficial to help the baby kind of sort out its own blood sugar levels and whatnot. So also she said because we will be up there and we will be trying to be pumping to bring in your milk, you know, like if you've got some colostrum on hand, you can be pumping and then give your baby the colostrum while you're pumping, so that you're not feeling like you have to feed but then you have to pump but then you have to feed kind of thing. But she said obviously we will have baby on boob as much as possible as well, because the more the baby is around this area, the more, you know, your milk is going to come in. So that I am going to be starting next week, which I am excited about, because it kind of means that it's all kind of on. And I'm so excited for this, to sort of be over. I'm just ready. I'm ready. Like, well, I'm 34 weeks. I'm not ready. But, you know, if I was like 37 weeks, I'll be like, yes, let's get this baby out. Let's do what we can do to get this baby out. Last night, I was having Braxton Hicks contractions for 4 hours straight. And they were obviously not labour contractions. I wasn't concerned about them being labour contractions. But they were very regular contractions, Braxton Hicks contractions, and it just kind of reminded me of labour. And I was like, God, I remember this is what it's all about, kind of thing. But no, so I was having Braxton Hicks contractions. They were lasting for 30 seconds, and they were around 2 to 2.5 minutes apart for the first 3 hours. Like regular, very regular. Like I could pretty much by looking at a clock know when another one was going to come. But then after that 3 hours, they kind of stretched out to being 3 minutes apart, then 4 minutes, then 5 minutes, and then after that I fell asleep and woke up this morning and they had stopped. So obviously they just kind of tapered off. But I knew that they weren't, you know, any cause for concern, any real contractions or anything like that, because they never got any worse. You know, they weren't painful, they were just uncomfortable. And yeah, but I did wake up this morning and I am sore. Like my stomach is just really sore. Like just obviously I've like almost non-existent muscles from doing everything that they were doing last night. And I went toilet before and I lost some of my plug, which I know can grow back, but you know, it's all positive signs that labour is coming at some stage in the next, you know, I don't know. I'm not even going to say month. Actually, I probably should say month. Yeah. Because we want baby out by pretty much the gestation that Ava was born at, which was 38 weeks and 5 days. So we want baby out by 38 weeks, 5 days, which is technically in 4 weeks, which is technically like a month. So, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. The sun has come back out, so I guess I'll put my washing back outside again, and then I might make some lunch, and then I have to finish vacuuming, and yeah, if I can get all this washing dry, if it doesn't rain again, then I can wash some blankets, baby blankets, and then after that I can focus on the baby's cot bedding, and then after that I'm caught up on all the baby's washing and I'm ready. And I need to start packing my hospital bag. I have packed baby's bag, so I'll wait until I have packed my hospital bag, and then I will do another video of both my bag and baby's bag. And yeah, I made an order yesterday for some evening primrose oil, because that's another thing that I'm starting. I think I did actually say that in one of the last vlogs that I did about the dates in the evening primrose. I ordered some evening primrose oil yesterday online, as well as some nipple cream, because I need nipple cream, and hopefully they will come this afternoon. And then I think I have everything after that. I think they were the last things that I needed to get. So, yeah. God, long weekend this weekend. Might get some stuff done. Might get bags packed. Might get my husband to pack his too. Or at least write a list of things that he wants, just in case we have to go to the city. Otherwise, he doesn't even need to take a bag. He can just come home. Yeah. But yeah, sun's back out, so I better hang out my washing. Again, put it back outside. I'm exhausted. I'm ready for this to be done. 34 weeks. Yay!